Hey everyone, and welcome to Darksiders 2 Deathinitive Edition Deathinitive Difficulty Walkthrough. This is part 9, and we're going to be entering a side quest. We're going to be killing the Deposed King, since this is the Lair of the Deposed King. This is definitely a side quest of the game that you can do whatever you want. Nevertheless, I am level 13, I think, or 12. I might be 12. At some point you're going to be able to see my level. And the Deposed King is close to level 20. I don't want to say level 20 per se, but really close to 20. So it took me a fuck ton of tries. Like, seriously. I think this is the hardest boss fight that I ever fought at this point in the game, because it one-shot me with almost everything it had. And the thing is that I didn't necessarily wanted to do this side quest now, but I did enter it and started recording, and then I just found the boss, because this dungeon is not really that big, and the boss started one-shotting me. Like, seriously, the game was telling me, okay dude, come back later because this is not for you. And what happens when the game tells me that, more so in RPGs or action RPGs, is that I get pissed off and I want to defeat it anyway. It has happened to me since the days of Ultima and Baldur's Gate, when I was trying to defeat incredibly hard bosses or optional creatures, and it is still happening in a game like Darksiders 2, which has a lot of side quests that we can now access. First of all, that's the explanation of what is going to happen in this chapter, though the boss fight itself took me more than 15 minutes, so it's going to be edited, guys. I'm not even fucking joking. The boss itself took me a whole lot of time of perfect no damage fighting. He can basically only hit me once with a certain attack, and that's the only attack that I survive. But when he enters the second phase, he starts to do like a 360 attack and covers like half of the combat arena, and if that 360 hits me, it automatically kills me. Also, any other attack that is not the one that I mentioned also one-shots me. So it was... It reminded me of Dark Souls, really. It reminded me of a Soul 1 Dark Souls, because I couldn't get hit, not even once. So it was... Actually, I cannot complain, because it's actually a fun boss. It's not a hard boss for if you go there and you have the level of the boss. But as always, I rush things and things kill me. But you're gonna see the defeat of the Deposed King in the next part. Now, once again, I want to go back to other topics. So I want to first apologize, because this kind of walkthrough got lost in the sea of walkthroughs, sort of speak. Now it will come back to a more steadily release, probably 2 or 3 times per week. I cannot say I will start releasing every single part every single day, because I actually have another few surprises and walkthroughs coming that I want to start releasing as well. But this is something that we will finish, and it will definitely start coming in a more steady manner. Now, basically what stopped the walkthrough for continuing was that I got too much into other games. I got too much into Transformers, which you haven't seen any of it, but I have been playing it. I got too much involved in the Bloodborne DLC, which the live walkthrough, and I already started doing the Blood level 4, because once you get back into Bloodborne, you kinda don't want to stop playing it, because it's such a beautiful, incredible game. And once I get comfortable again with Bloodborne, I wanted to start the Blood level 4, so I started it. It's already started. I have a lot of content of Blood level 4. It's mostly bosses, but with commentary, and me trying to survive. So that's another thing that happened. And at the same time, I'm covering another surprise playthrough that is going to be live. And this is an old game, but it's a really fun one. I don't want to just mention the name just yet, because it's going to come pretty soon after Christmas. And in January, I'm going to start with a playthrough, another live playthrough, when we're going to do a style of gameplay, a style of game that has never appeared on this channel. And don't worry guys, it's not a car game, it's not a car simulation or something like that, but you could say it's some sort of simulation. So, and it's kind of building my own story inside the game, and you're gonna see the progression of my own story, my own defeats and my own wins, and all the crazy shit that I'm going to have to learn. And hopefully it's going to be some sort of like a journey and a steady release that is not going to stop in the near future. But since recording that game live is really easy for me, because I almost have to do no edits, it's not going to really bring much trouble to other walkthroughs that I have to, you know, spend more time editing and doing post commentary. So don't worry about it. A lot of stuff coming, guys. Really exciting. End of December and January. And so in other news, Uncharted 4 was delayed into April. This is rather disconcerting. First, because they didn't say why they needed to delay it. I have no fucking clue. I could do some sort of like trying to guess why, but it will be like, why would I do it? It has no fucking point. I really think it has nothing to do with the multiplayer, because I think the multiplayer is basically done. What I played of the beta, and I played a lot of the beta, even though I only premiered or featured 2 videos of it, because those are the only 2 maps that were in the game. And basically in both videos you can see everything that can happen in a match. So I thought it was not necessary to keep uploading, but and it works at 60 and feels really good. So basically, you know, maybe something in single player, and it's probably going to be 30 FPS as they already announced. I wish like somewhere in my fucking mind, I wish they will come out like, I don't know, close to March, you know, almost entering April, and say, okay, we tweaked the fucking game, we didn't like, it's not going to be a huge graphical downgrade, but we tweaked the fucking game, and now the single player runs at 60, you know. That will be incredible. That will be fucking incredible. I wish that would happen, but it's probably not. It's just like a crazy idea, but I would love to happen, you know. So yeah, so now we have Uncharted 4 in April, and we have Dark Souls 3, because both titles, even a few days apart, one from the other, if I'm not mistaken, because they're all releasing. They're both releasing on the 20th something. So that's really interesting, because to be honest, guys, like to be really honest, I'm going to cover both games, but I can never have enough time to really, you know, do the Seraphim 17 kind of covering, you know, like spend like 24 hours of the day or whatever in a single game, so I can finish it like in 2 or 3 days, and then move on to Dark Souls. Because what I'm thinking is, Uncharted 4, when it releases, I'm going to play it probably on hard or crushing. I don't know. I don't want to have only one walkthrough and then do the walkthrough on brutal, because it will seem dishonest. It will seem like I don't really know that much of the game. I want to put 2 walkthroughs before brutal. So I would like to do... Oh wait, actually I have to unlock crushing before brutal, right? It was in the trilogy. But we don't actually know if it's going to be on Uncharted 4. But whatever the case, I probably will do the first playthrough on hard, then the second on brutal, the second on crushing, and the third one, which will be the recorded one, on brutal. So, and Dark Souls, guys, Dark Souls is so much more important for me than Uncharted 4. I have to be honest with you. I plan to do so fucking much with Dark Souls that it's even going to be it's even going to start with a live playthrough of the game. I decided. I mean, I'm not a big fan of playthroughs, even though I've done the DLC of Bloodborne like that. And don't worry, I will not be doing 1 hour videos. I will start editing the things out, but I kind of want to bring you my first impressions of the game and what I'm thinking about what I'm playing, like in the minute, in the very same minute that I'm playing it, because that's so much more interesting than doing it later. So much more things to read, to see, so much bosses this game is going to have, and so much PvP even. Jesus Christ, that game is going to be huge. So for both of the games to release in the same month, it's kind of fucking annoying. It's kind of fucking annoying, because I also wanted to give Uncharted 4 a lot of cover. Well, at least a walkthrough on brutal, but a good walkthrough on brutal. And that's going to be a thing, but I just don't know now if Uncharted 4 doesn't get a slight delay, you know, because maybe I'll play on hard and I play on crushing, and after that, if Dark Souls gets in my way, if this is the thing, if I have to choose between start covering a live playthrough of Dark Souls 3 and having to record a walkthrough, which is so much more trouble, so much so much more work than a live playthrough, I will always choose the live playthrough, because live playthrough will not only, well, I prefer Dark Souls 3, so the live playthrough will go with what I do want actually to do, and at the same time it will end faster than Uncharted 4, because I imagine myself doing an Uncharted 4 crushing, and like each Uncharted in the trilogy, in the Nathan Drake trilogy, took me close to 2 weeks to finish each game, from the very same point that I pressed record until the last time that I pressed record. 2 weeks. That includes editing, but does not include commentary. Commentary is a lot of work and it comes afterwards. So the commentary was another week, so 3 weeks for a game. And imagine if I do that within the release of Dark Souls. I will have to really postpone Dark Souls for the next month, August. So this is what's gonna happen. I know I've talked a lot about this, but I will not repeat it again. I will cover Uncharted 4. I will play the difficulties, and of course I will upload gameplay videos for you to kind of check out the single player. But beyond that, the real brutal difficulty walkthrough could be delayed to the next month, because when Dark Souls releases, when I have the digital copy downloaded in my PlayStation 4, I will start recording a live playthrough of it. So everything that's happening at this on that point will stop, will full stop, and give place to the Dark Souls live blind playthrough. After I finish the blind playthrough, I will take a little while to actually do the walkthrough of Uncharted 4 and of Brutal, and finish it and do a really good one, because I really want Uncharted 4 Brutal to be the best Brutal that I ever had. So I want to take the time. So once I'm finished with Dark Souls for the blind playthrough, I will do Uncharted 4. And once I'm finished with Uncharted 4, I will come back to Dark Souls, because there is a lot of ideas going on in my head about what I want to do with Dark Souls. And a lot of them, I guess, depends of what kind of game we're gonna get with Dark Souls. For example, if we're gonna get good online multiplayer component, I have tons of ideas of doing multiplayer. But if we don't actually get a crappy multiplayer, which I don't think is going to be the case, but if we do get a crappy multiplayer, well, maybe those ideas will not really happen. Like in Bloodborne, right? I was very excited for the PvP in Bloodborne, and it's still really bad. I just don't like it. So yeah, I think I covered almost everything. I wanted to explain really closely to you guys, so there are no fucking secrets or a disconnection between what I'm doing and what you think I'm doing. So I want you to know exactly what's my way of thinking and what's gonna come before anything else in the near future, in December and January, as I explained, and in April, because April is gonna be a really tough month, and I think I'm going to have to choose. And if I have to choose, again, I will choose Dark Souls blind playthrough. And really interesting years is about to begin for PlayStation 4. We have a lot of third-person action hack and slash games. We're gonna have Hellblade. We're gonna have Neo Automata. No, excuse me. Nier Automata and Neo. Right, Neo is the one from Team Ninja. Nier Automata is the one from Platinum. So, and Hellblade, which is also from Team Ninja. And wow, it might be the year of the third-person action slash adventures, guys, because in hindsight, what else do we have here? That's counting Uncharted 4, which is a third person, and Dark Souls, which is a third person. Is the third person coming back? Maybe. So in the next video, guys, in part 10, we are going to be fighting the Deposed King. You're going to see the struggle that is trying to kill the Deposed King on a level 12 or 13. I don't remember which level am I now. You will see me go up in level when I defeat it, and it's going to be a fun fight. So I will talk about strategy, and yeah, the difficulty is really beginning to cramp up, guys. Even though you see me destroying skeletons, wow, the Deposed King just wrecked my shit. Totally fucking wrecked my shit. So I'll see you guys in part 10. Thanks a lot for watching, and take care.